got some pretty big ones now.
Yeah.
So.
Is there a capacity on it? Probably hook it up.
No, not on this. It's
You gotta do. Think so?
It's not for your USB hard drive.
Right.
It is for a flash USB.
But conceivably, if you had a 10 gigabyte flash drive, now that they make one,
exactly.
You could use that.
So for like a 4-hour show,
right?
Right.
And what does it record at?
As far as I don't know what the production model is going to do. It's not going to be super high, but it's probably going to be like 44.
Will it hook up to a hard drive?
No. Again, with the flash stuff, I'm trying to make it as basic as possible.
The wall right there, and if we had a bigger area, this would actually be able to. I've used it in circumstances when I'm doing a gig and I'm lighting up a wall about 20 to 30 feet tall, and so that's what you're doing. The advantage also is versus a park end, this has a wider spread. The park end has about 19 degrees beam angle, where this has a 40-degree beam end. So the further it shoots up, the further it's going to wash the wall. So when you guys are doing a setup and maybe you're washing the wall at 30 feet, you can get away with 30 feet with maybe about 4 doors. So this is actually very bright right there. If you guys want to light up the stage or wash the wall or whatever like that, a lot of bands are starting to use this. It's really big right there instead of park ends because it's only about 2 inches deep. You see how wide it is in the coverage right there, but the thing is, you see how bright it is. And again, this also has versus 3 windows on the other light. This one actually has 8 segments of LEDs right there, so you can see the squares rotating from one to another. And then it's got different macros, which are built-in pattern system. You can put a couple lighting up the crowd. This is called the megapixel LEDs. These are quarter-watt LEDs right here. And again, it's the red, blue, green LEDs. The megapixel is really nice and bright. It has different patterns. It has a digital display. You can run it full-on DMX or sound active. Again, what it has is it has RGB different squares that allows you to do the different patterns. I'm going to show you some of the patterns built in. You'll see it right there moving from different colors right there, and then we'll show you different effects for chasing. So again, that's what we like to call this one kind of eye candy effect, and it really blends in with a lot of the lights right there. So what you're seeing up here is 2 bars right here all together right there. These ones right here are normally $2.99. They got them for $2.49 today. And these actually are new. These just hit the market about a week ago. So you can do different things right there. You're seeing the different color chase effects right there. And they also do strobe, they do chase, they do the whole works right there. And once again, this is the megapixel LED Electra, which is Electra Moonflower effect, which you have the Electra, you have the Rover. This uses one 250-watt halogen lamp. Okay, and that one gives you roughly the lamp in about 500 hours. So again, the vertigo lamp hours, roughly about maybe 300 hours. This one gives you about 250 watts of power, and that's Electra. So that's all this is actually the first LED effect that we made besides the park ends right there. And if you notice, it has different patterns and different colors. These are quarter-watt LEDs internally. They're really bright. And the one thing I didn't mention is there's a lot of other companies out there that make LED effects, but if you notice how vibrant the reds, the blues, and even the greens, and combination of the mix of colors, there's different qualities of LEDs out there. So it's kind of like diamonds with the different grades of them like that. So in LEDs, you're going to see other companies, you're going to see lights that look similar, and you're going to wonder why is one $200, why is one $400, but when you compare the colors and how saturated that was AmericanDJ versus a lot of people out in the market, that's where other manufacturers cut the price by going with low quality LEDs. So again, when this light came out last August, that's when we introduced it. We sold more in 1 month than we sold vertical LEDs. It has the motors in there right there. And the difference with this one is this is actually the new one. We have the reflex LED, and this is the reflex LED DMX. Now what this allows, the difference with this one versus the old one, it has stepper motors. Now stepper motors are different from your average AC motor because they give you about, the lifetime on this, I don't know what happened on that. So we put the reflex versus the spectrum, the first one we showed you. The reflex has 1/10 of a watt LED, so that's the beginning level for LEDs, where the spectrum has quarter-watt LEDs, so obviously it's going to be, about 5 times as bright in a sense, right there. So that's the difference. Now, what you're seeing right here now is these are also LEDs right here. You got the pearl white LED and the pearl color LED right here. These actually use only one LED internally. This uses a 3-watt LED inside right here. Okay, and these also have the stepper motors internally, so that's what gives you the movements back and forth. It also does strobing. Again, and the advantage with this light is that it only weighs 6 pounds. And when they fog it up and use especially oil-based haze machine, versus water, you get a lot of buildup on the lights. This one we brought. This is a new one that's going to come out. It's going to be shipping in about 2 weeks. But if you notice this versus going back to this has it projects 7 clusters of LEDs. Chuck, give us a little beat right there. Are you back there, Chuck? It is sound active right now. It's going through the built-in pattern just to show you an idea of what it is. So this is a real. This has actually red, blue, green LEDs as well as white. So that's the nice thing about additional white LEDs, and it gives it that extra brightness right there. So this is the Revo 3. These are normally right here. What is he got? They're normally $249. He's got them for $209 today. So Revo 3, you're saving $40 on it. It's the hottest ever life. At AmericanDJ, it is so hard for us to keep this in stock right there. But if you buy it, we guarantee that you're going to get it when you buy it today from us, especially at that special price. Even one of the things we do with the ADJ on tour is we have special stock that's allotted for these events. So if you guys buy, we're going to make sure you guys get that product. So that's why we're here promoting the product. We want you guys to get excited about it and kind of share your ideas and anything like that. So this is the Revo 3 right here, and it does have built-in patterns. Right now it's going through the random patterns in there, and it's a little more flashier right there. So maybe we could get up there and we'll change it out. We're going to show you guys again on the next break.